Chapter 2. Awakening in the Coop. Shunpei Mori awoke to the soft cooing and clucking that surrounded him, the gentle chorus of his newfound world. Blinking against the warm sunlight filtering through the slats of the coop, he attempted to shake off the remnants of a restless sleep. Strands of straw clung to his hair and beard like stubborn reminders of his recent arrival into this colorful, poultry-filled reality. "What a bizarre dream," he mumbled to himself, rubbing his eyes. But something felt different. It was too vivid, too real, a sensation tinged with a hint of divinity. The weight of the morning sun warmed his skin, heightening his awareness of this strange yet enchanting world he now inhabited. He pushed himself up from the bed of straw, feeling the sturdiness of the wooden floor beneath him. The coop was modestly adorned, with bright murals painted on the rough walls that depicted chickens in various heroic stances. One mural particularly caught his eye, a brave rooster standing proud against the shadowy figure of a menacing golden bird. Could that be Phallus? Tentatively, Shunpei swung his feet to the ground, a wave of nervous energy coursing through him. The chickens who had been engaged in their morning activities paused to stare at him, their beady eyes probed with curiosity. Each chicken seemed to embody a personality of its own, from the bold rooster that strutted at the front to the quieter hens pecking at the ground in shy interest. "Good morning?" he attempted, his voice wavering slightly. The chickens remained silent, watching intently as if gauging his authority. He chuckled nervously, trying to quell the invisible tremor running through him. "I guess you're waiting for me to do something godly, huh?" As if on cue, the tall, slender figure of High Priestess Akari entered the coop, her robes flowing elegantly around her. The sunlight caught the delicate fabric, emphasizing the intricate patterns, and for a moment, Shunpei felt an inexplicable admiration for her poise. "Good to see you awake, oh mighty chicken god," she greeted, inclining her head respectfully. "Today is pivotal for your divine journey. Firstly, you must learn how to interact with the flock." Shunpei straightened, a rush of determination fueled by her tone. Right, I can do this. Chickens, right? It's just a bunch of feathered friends." "Not just any friends," Akari corrected gently. "They are your followers, your guardians. They look up to you for guidance. Remember, your actions will shape their faith and well-being." Nodding slowly, Shunpei couldn't shake the feeling of absurdity, but also a stirring sense of purpose. "So what's first on the agenda? Maybe some morning clucking sessions or a divine breakfast?" Akari smirked slightly at his attempt at humor, then gestured toward the entrance. "We will walk among them, and you shall feel their energy, their devotion. For a god, understanding your followers is just as important as wielding any power." Taking a deep breath, Shunpei, "I am Shunpei Mori, your chicken god." A hesitant cluck rippled through the flock, but most held their positions, still staring. Akari stepped closer, a knowing smile on her lips. "Try to speak from your heart, Shunpei. They sense emotions deeply. Show them your intentions." Shunpei took a deep breath, letting the warmth of the sun soak into his skin. Okay, let's try this again." He focused on the swirling feelings within him, letting go of what he thought a god should sound like. "Listen, everyone, I may not know much about godliness yet, but I care about each of you. I want to protect and lead you all to a brighter future." Something shifted in the air like an electric pulse. As the heartfelt sincerity spilled from his lips, the chickens began to bob their heads in a unified rhythm. A clucking symphony erupted amongst them, a chorus of acknowledgement and approval. "That's it!" Akari exclaimed. "Feel their energy, connect with them on a deeper level." The flock rallied around him, their enthusiasm tangible. Shunpei could feel their warmth, the pulsing of their hearts, and in that moment, he realized that these creatures were more than mere animals. They were his companions, connecting him to this unexpected duty he now embraced. Despite his initial fears, he was beginning to relish their response. The flapping of wings filled the air as several chickens hopped closer, nudging against him like excited children eager for their teacher's validation. "All right," Shunpei shouted enthusiastically, raising both arms in encouragement. "Let's make this a day to remember. Who's ready to learn about worshipping a god?" Another wave of clucks surged from the flock, heartening his spirit. As their raucous approval subsided, Shunpei glanced at Akari, whose expression radiated pride. Excellent job, Shunpei. Now that you've established your presence, it's time for you to learn how to wield your powers. Wait, powers? I thought I was just the chicken god, not some superhero. Akari chuckled again, a musical sound that warmed him. A deity's powers aren't always grand. They can be subtle, like influencing growth, fostering community, or communicating between realms. Come, I will show you the importance of your divine connection. With quick, determined steps, they made their way towards the Temple of Pex, the sacred heart of the chicken's worship. Shunpei couldn't help but steal glances at the mural depicting legendary battles between chicken gods and their foes. The vibrant colors seemed to pulse with energy, igniting a flicker of hope within him. What's next? He asked, glancing up at the towering structure as they approached. Learning to channel your powers starts with a ritual that binds you to the temple, Akari instructed. It will also explain your place amongst the eldritch forces that watch over our worlds. As they entered the temple, the atmosphere shifted. The sacred space was adorned with relics of ancient deities. Their images chronicle, a soft hum reverberated within the temple, resonating with each heartbeat that echoed around him. Eyes closed, Shunpei let the feelings wash over him, letting go of fears, uncertainties, and embrace the reality of who he was becoming. I want to be a protector. I wish to inspire you, to connect with this world, to change it for the better. He breathed, pouring his heart into those words. The stone vibrated subtly, as if responding to his sincerity. Suddenly, a brilliant white light erupted from the altar, cascading over Shunpei like a warm blanket. It illuminated the temple, the murals glowing with life and vibrancy. What is this? Shunpei gasped, stepping back slightly, overwhelmed. This is the bond of your divinity, Akari replied excitedly, her eyes sparkling with awe. It signifies your connection to Cloverfield and all your flock. You will draw strength from this bond whenever you need it. As the light began to recede, Shunpei felt rejuvenated, an inner pulse resonating through him. He glanced around at the temple, the murals now vibrant and forceful, almost seeming to breathe alongside him. Now you are truly the chicken god. The first step toward understanding your powers begins with the connection you have established, Akari announced proudly. With newfound determination coursing through him, Shunpei realized his journey was just beginning. He would navigate not just the challenges of being a deity, but also the intricate threads of connection that bound him to his followers. Thank you, Akari. This is incredible, he said sincerely, feeling the weight of purpose settle upon his shoulders. But even as he celebrated this milestone, a nagging feeling in his gut emerged, a hint of something sinister lurking beyond the edges of their idyllic rural life. Shunpei understood that not everything would be smooth sailing, especially with the looming presence of Phallus still stirring unrest among the poultry. Yet there was a glimmer of hope. The stalwart desire to protect his new companions shined within him, igniting a spark of bravery he never knew he possessed. As they exited the Temple of Pex, the fervent clucking and cooing of the chickens greeted him like a choir celebrating a great triumph. Inspired, Shunpei accepted his role with newfound fervor, ready to take on the challenges ahead, no matter how absurd the twists of fate might be. One thing was clear: the journey of the chicken god was just beginning, and with it came an adventure he had only dreamed of in the quiet recesses of his former life.